And hey everybody, welcome to Final Save Cast for this week, where there's not much news going on, and we'll try to find something to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hello.
but this is our weekly video cast, I guess is the word now.
Yeah, more of a video cast. VCast.
Vcast. It's like, goddamn, it's been like what 2 years since this thing's been a podcast. I
Oh
think
yeah, it's been a
something
long
like
time
that.
since it was
Yeah.
only audio. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, we will endeavor to entertain you in some sort of dumb fashion today and talk about maybe some of the things going on in gaming today. So with me as always is Joe.
Hello.
And how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing all right.
Anything
Doing peachy.
anything exciting for you in the gaming world this week?
No, besides I got sucked back into Rocket League this week, and it took me 4 days to play Neo Tokyo in random matches. 4 days.
Why?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
really
It just wouldn't. It wouldn't give it to me.
Is there no way you can select
Well, I mean,
stadiums in that?
if I played like with people like in an actual group, yeah. But I wanted to play against random people, and it took 4 days to find random people like to match up perfectly. Pissed me off. But other than that, not much.
That's bizarre. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, I guess this week I haven't been doing a lot. I've recorded a lot of games for my gameplay commentary stuff. So I've got a new workflow now where I just like spend a couple days just recording that, running it through, handbrake and all that, get it ready for editing, and in that way I can just basically just run it through and just say, hey, I can add my commentary, normalize it, render it out, and it's up and ready to go. So that's great for like short, kind of quick content to throw out there. Um, so I've been playing like a lot of like different stuff. Like I've gone back and played a lot of Rainbow Six. I've gone back and played Dishonored. I've actually never played the DLC to Dishonored. So,
Huh.
Dishonored at E3's kind of got me back into it. So like right now I'm
Right.
playing Knife of Dunwall, and
How is it?
it's okay. Everybody made it sound like it's so much better than the base game. I'm not getting that so far. I guess Witches of Bridgemore is supposed to be better, but
Right. Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
I don't
But
think I ever played the DLC for it. So.
yeah, this week it's kind of weird. Like my gaming's been heavy and light at the same time because it's like a lot of times it's like I'm gonna record this for a half hour and then this for a
Right.
half hour or something like that. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about what's been going on, some of the news and stuff. And so first off, let's make sure this works. Cross fingers.
Hopefully.
Because believe it or not, I'm actually running this without any window capture again. Um, here we go. It's going to work. Yay! It worked. So this was interesting to me. So apparently, going back to E3 again, this came out that when Phil Spencer was on the YouTube gaming thing, he was talking about how the games or the Xbox specific games coming to Windows. Well, he plans to eventually actually sell that on Steam. So I don't know what that means. He says eventually, and he doesn't say what titles. So it sounds like there'll be
Right.
exclusive store titles still, but it
Right.
sounds like, yeah,
Like it might be up to the developer probably type of deal whether they want to put it on Steam or not.
yeah. I mean, this quote could be taken different ways. This could just be like, yeah, we're selling also Tomb Raider on our store.
Right. Yeah, it might be what it is. Yeah.
But to me, I kind of took this as Microsoft games. Um, I think probably knowing the route it goes and the way Valve does their things, they're not exclusive to allowing other services into their own in a weird way. So it sounds
Right.
like I wouldn't be surprised if they do a similar thing to Uplay. You download the file from them, but probably like game saves and online and all that is handled from the actual
Uplay.
Windows side. Yeah,
Right. So it'd be Windows for them. Yeah.
yeah.
Or Xbox, whatever.
So to me, I kind of took it as they have a way to sell UWP titles on Steam now, or to get
Mm-hmm.
into it. And in this July, we have the July update, which will handle supposedly some of the issues like multi GPU support. I didn't know this, but apparently there's only some GPUs that actually just don't work on UWPs.
Huh.
So
I did not know that.
yeah, they're supposed to be adding support for those. And VSync, actually be able to turn VSync off is supposed to be coming, so we'll see on that. But
Turn it Oh, it turned off. Okay.
Yeah, like
Really, you
right
can
now,
turn it off before?
no, there's no option to turn them on or off.
Huh.
The thing that
Then
also
again,
sucks
I played a
is,
couple games on there, so.
yeah, the other thing that sucks is it sounds like this is specifically supposed to be it's they're gonna release it with the new titles that come out. So if you bought Quantum Break, unfortunately, that's just something you deal with. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
sound
gotta
like it's a
deal with it,
fix. Yeah. So if you want to play Quantum Break, it sounds like the odds of it actually hitting Steam for you are next to none. You have to get on Windows Store.
Right.
So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So at least there seems to be progress and interest.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely good news that we can get it on multiple client platforms. Because I'm not a big fan of that Xbox Store to begin with. So.
And I don't want to buy anything on there. I don't know what their reputation for security and all that is. You know.
Right. I mean, it's still really, really new, and I'm not 100% familiar with it yet. So.
When it first came out, there were apps that were literally like, "Oh, download this to get this program," and it wasn't even their program to sell. It was just they were just selling a link on a web browser to download the program.
Yeah, there was a couple of those.
So yeah, I don't know. It's got a long ways to grow. I'm not comfortable using it. I'd rather be able to get it off Steam in some sort of fashion. But the other cool thing about that to me is I use the Steam Link and Steam Controller, and my understanding is if you're going to sell on there, you have to have the ability to be able to play the game on it and use this stuff too. Like that's part of the deal that comes with it. So hopefully that gets fixed too.
All right.
But anyways, you had a story here about Sonic. So.
Oh yes. Well, I'll just get going while you're getting set up. So, Sonic had their 25th anniversary celebration in Tokyo the other day, and they announced there that the new Sonic will come out next year. So I think what has it been, like a 2 or 3 year gap now since Sonic Boom? I was kind of wondering what your thoughts are. I personally think it's good that they're taking their time on this one. Hopefully they'll do something right.
Sonic to me is not necessarily bad. I thought Sonic 4 was a good implementation of Sonic.
A lot of people hated Sonic 4, and I don't understand why. I thought it was actually really, really good.
I understand why for Episode 1. Episode 1 had
physics were a little bit,
Yeah, it didn't feel very Sonic-like. Having said that, once you played the game enough, you just kind of got used to the way it felt, and it was fine after that.
Yeah, it was like the follow-through just didn't feel quite right. That was like the main thing.
Yeah. And so with Sonic 2, or Sonic Episode 2, they fixed that issue. Then Sonic Generations came out, and it was kind of so-and-so. I like the idea of Sonic Generations, because even the 3D levels in Sonic Generations was not bad. They're actually pretty good.
There was only like 1 or 2 I was kind of a little bit pissy with, but other than that, it played really, really well.
Yeah. I felt like there's too many like challenges and stuff added to it.
There was a lot, but I actually did 100% complete it because that game was just fantastic.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, I never played Lost Worlds. I've heard bad things about that.
I tried it. I really did not dig it at all. Like, it just felt it felt slow, which is not a good thing for Sonic. So, Sonic Boom, I did play a little bit of that. And from what I played, it wasn't awful. Like, the premise and everything was making Sonic, it felt more like a Ratchet and Clank style with a little bit of running here and there, which wasn't a bad idea. I just think once it got later in levels, it just started getting glitchy and crappy, and that was what really hurt that game a lot.
Yeah. My thing with Sonic, and like one Sonic game I loved that everybody hates is Sonic and the Secret Rings, I think it was called. It was like the first Wii Sonic game.
They're actually, those games actually are not bad.
Yeah, that game was fun as hell. I love that game. But at the end of the day, I kind of gravitate towards it because I have this nostalgia for Sonic.
Right.
But honestly, if I was somebody new coming to it, we talked about this the other day. There's so many games now. You don't have to be a bad game to get kind of skipped over. You just have to be a normal, mediocre game because there's just so much content out there. And for me, I only have so much time to devote to so many things. And so whatever's going to speak to me more. But Sonic has always been kind of like that guilty pleasure for me because I kind of grew up with it. And I know it's not like a great game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just... So I think to really capture people's attention, they need to find a way to make Sonic great again. And to make it...
I agree. Well, if there was one thing for them that they have to do to make you happy, what would it be with the new one?
Honestly, I want them to take Sonic right now and go back to Sonic. Well, it's 2.5D like it was in Generations.
Mhm.
Stop worrying about trying to release it as a AAA. Make it a simple downloadable title. It's like $20 or something. Figure out where the roots are. Try to get more people on board that were on the original Sonic team,
Mhm.
and then go from there. Because I feel like when they went to the 3D era, that's where they kind of misstepped a little bit,
Mhm.
and that
Like
was
I
also where there was a lot of a change in the teams there too.
Mhm. Yeah, I think at first it had a good, strong start in 3D with Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, but everything, and then something just went wrong once they started getting off their own platforms and everything. I don't know what it was, like a mentality, morale there or something, but something went wrong, and
Yeah.
they started like not seeming like they cared as much to make it polished.
For me, if I was making a Sonic game, I would try something a little bit different. Now, here comes, developer mentality. But I would try to do something out of the box a little bit. I'd make something familiar and something different. So, like, a good example, and this is also just copying off somebody because most game development it is, but a traditional Sonic side scroller, but the art style done up in, like, the Sonic animation cartoons.
Ooh, that would be nice. Like, I would love like super HD sprites. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Mhm.
Other things that they could do just to kind of like reiterate and reintroduce, like Sonic CD was like a great implementation of that. Go back and take all your
Right.
old games, redo them on PC and 16:9, make them look nice, reintroduce them to an audience,
Right.
add like
That'd be good.
extra levels.
Yeah, I would love to see the mobile port of Sonic 2 on PC. I think that'd be great.
Exactly. I mean, why not? So, I don't know. They need to. It's such a weird thing. I don't know what to do with it because it has such a wide span. But when I talk to people, they're like especially younger people, it's like, who's Sonic?
Yeah,
Like,
it is definitely.
I guess it's selling to people like us that are living off of nostalgia.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. Other thing came up this week is Nintendo at NX to use cartridges and more evidence. So basically, there was a leak from I can't remember what store it was, Best Buy or something,
hmm
where Nintendo's new Zelda Call of the Wild's being shown as coming out both on discs and cartridge.
hmm
So this is just like basically putting a nail in the coffin to me.
hmm
Unfortunately, the thing that's kind of driven me nuts is this right here, where they're talking about flash memory could easily offer 1 terabyte of capacity and speeds on.
Yeah. There's no way.
No, I have a 500 gig drive. It was 170 when I bought it last year. It's maybe gone down to 130 now.
Right. Yeah, the cost of those cartridges. Each game would be at least $100, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, Techno Buffalo here needs to get a reality check, honestly. And I've seen tons of people just taking this and running it off of Steam, or running it off on YouTube.
Right.
Guys, you have to see. This is my problem. There's a difference between gamers on YouTube and gamers that understand the technology.
Right.
There's no way in hell it's going to be a 1 terabyte drive.
No.
First of all, it doesn't need to be. I've never
No.
seen a Nintendo game take up a dual layer DVD yet.
Right. It's a
Um,
very rare thing. They probably will shoot for like a Blu-ray size flash memory.
which is cheap enough.
Right.
50 gig cart, no problem.
hmm
That's going to be like what, $2-3 more than a Blu-ray.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. They could easily pull it off and justify $60.
And then these read speeds they're talking about exceeding 200 megabytes, maybe 90.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something like a SD card, similar, like a cheap
Right. Probably the
flash.
same. Yeah.
Like, your cart is not going to be an SSD all of a sudden.
Right. It just won't be.
The SSDs to get them that speed, they actually have like their own CPUs and stuff in.
Yeah, they have
handle
little
the load.
processors in there.
Yeah.
One thing though that makes me curious about this though is this more evidence though that we think they're going to start molding their handhelds with their home consoles because of the cart system.
Yes, please.
I think
So-
that'd be the smartest thing to do for Nintendo right now.
That's all I'm going to say.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love that. And the only franchise I can think that they have where it would actually help with fidelity is Zelda.
Yeah, true. They don't really push. Metroid if they do it right. But,
Yeah, Metroid. But honestly, I kind of feel like it's to the point where people don't care about Metroid as much as they used to.
Well, definitely Nintendo doesn't. So.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know. We'll see how this develops, and I don't know. I'm excited to play Zelda, but right now,
It does look good. The only thing I have a worry about is it might be a little bit too sparse, but that's my. Otherwise, the game's looking great.
yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn between getting a Wii U or waiting for the NX because I haven't played any of the games on the Wii
See,
U.
I have definitely decided though, since I have a Wii U, I am sticking with the Wii U version of it because I don't want to get burned on the NX until I know for sure.
Yeah, and it's a smart choice.
Hmm.
It's a pretty game.
It is pretty.
Yeah. Ooh, eggs.
Hmm.
Shiny eggs. But anyways, yeah, it's like out of all the things, like I know what Microsoft is doing. It's cool what they're doing. I know what PlayStation's doing, sort of. I don't think they know what they're doing yet.
Maybe.
And I'm getting kind of stupid excited to see what Nintendo's doing because they're the only real mystery. out
Yeah,
there
I
now.
know. I am definitely excited. Like that idea. Like I was talking to someone. Like I think one thing they need to make sure they do with the next one is make it so like it doesn't have to be quite as powerful. I know they're talking about it's not going to be a powerhouse. It doesn't have to be quite as powerful as like a PS4 or Xbox One. I would like that, but it doesn't have to be just somewhere in that ballpark where any of the not quite as high fidelity. Like you're not going to have like Far Cry's or whatever on there, but something lower end can be ported to it without a problem. So either stick with the x86, or I've been hearing ARM processing, which at least is a familiar platform.
Yeah, but then what do you port in? Android games?
Yeah, could. There's high-end Android games,
Yeah, I guess.
things
I
that
mean,
work on the Shield and stuff.
Actually, if you're making a portable with a touchscreen, that would make sense.
And that's why I think with the ARM with the portable would be a smart choice as well.
Yeah. But anyways, it's all speculation till the end.
It
We
is
just-
very much speculation.
Yeah, we just have
I mean-
little things here.
Okay, quick little thing. For the NX, what is I'm going to do it again as I did with Sonic. What is one thing that you feel they have to do with it?
Unification.
Unification.
They have to have it so like they don't have like a separate two sets of consoles that feel like they're competing with each other. If I
Right.
buy a virtual console game or I have a friends list, it needs to go span across their whole network. They need to understand that they're not selling a console; they're selling a service as well.
Hmm.
I don't know why they don't get that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either. It would be nice. Like currently, yeah, if the Wii U, you bought a game on there that worked also on your 3DS for like a virtual console game or low-end indie game or something like that.
And I'll tell you right now, like they could totally play out my heartstrings as a nostalgic person. Nostalgia, yeah.
I like that.
word.
Nostalgia.
I'm a nostalgia. It's like being like a
We're
rapist.
making
I
it.
guess.
We're nostalgia.
I'm a nostalgia.
I like old stuff.
If the NX came out and it looked like a futuristic toaster with big gray carts, I'm like, all right, fuck it, Nintendo, you just won, whatever.
Yeah, it just looks like an old NES. It's when you put the cards in and everything.
It's like the only difference is it's like an NES like dog bone controller with a screen in it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
The dark bone. It
All
better
right.
be purple. I want purple.
No purple.
Come on.
No. No. Gray, off-white, and black.
Off white, yeah. Needs to
With
be beige.
With a blazing orange gun. So,
Yes.
all right. So, Asus, what's up with these guys?
Oh, so I know Asus and I'm pretty sure MSI have admitted to overclocking their review cards that they've been sending out to people. So, such as like the 1080 and the 1070. Not sure. You're more of a hardware guy than I am. I was kind of curious what your thoughts were on it.
Yeah, so it seems like everybody's getting their panties in a twist here over it. Rightfully so, in a way.
Mhm.
So, both these cards, like you can talk to Grant, he has a 980 version of the MSI. They have software, and they kind of have like set profiles. Like, I think on his, it's like silent mode, gaming mode, whatever the fuck that means, and OC mode.
Mhm.
And so you click a button in the software and it just goes to that. So both these cards offer that.
Right.
And what they did is in the BIOS, instead of they normally ship in the gaming mode, the middle of the road mode,
Right.
and instead they've shipped them with the BIOS flashed with the OC mode.
Mm-hmm.
And the reviewers are getting upset over it because they're like, well, if I didn't know that, I would get better results. Because most people just put the card in, they don't put in the software, they just run it as is or whatnot. So they're saying this is not an actual real representation of the way the card ships, which I agree with.
I agree too.
Is it a big deal? No, they could download the software, go back to the gaming mode, do their tests that way. The problem is that the companies were not forthcoming with that. If they were forthcoming,
they didn't tell them right away.
Yeah, if they were forthcoming and just said, "Hey, the BIOS is flashed a certain way, and you have to go back to this way to get more of what the retail version is going to be like coming out the gate," or you could even just say, "We made changes. We were shipping it with the OC, and now we're not." Even if it's a lie, it's just like it's a way to, I don't know. So people can get super upset with it. I think people are making a mountain over a molehill kind of thing here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's something I'm not really surprised. They're going to always want to give the reviewers the best version of the card, so it'd just be nicer if they're moving forward with it.
And part of my problem with this, too, is, and the reason people bitching is kind of my problem, there's not very many reviewers anymore that test a card, and, well, I'm not going to say that. There's quite a few, but most people don't look at those numbers, the stock numbers on these cards. They immediately go to their overclocking results, which completely blow any of these profiles away. They go. There's some reviewers out there that don't even test the cards in the normal mode. They just do overclocking, and some of these people are the people bitching that they did this. It's like you're testing a card on an overclock that probably not everybody can actually achieve because Silicon Lottery. And in bitching, that's not representative of the shipping. Your whole fucking review isn't representative of the shipping model.
That's very true. That does happen a lot.
So it's like, don't get all Justice Warrior when you're part of the fucking problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's always with a lot of those reviewers. They go into overclocking them right away and see what they can do with them anyway. So yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's get honest. Like, if I was to review like the 480 next week or something, it's gonna be like I put it in my machine, and this is what I got. The overclocking thing is like extra.
By the way, we're starting a new hashtag apparently. Hashtag nostalgia.
I'm okay with
Let's do it, everybody.
Nostalgia.
Start doing it. Also, hello, Chris and Jeremy. Nice to see you, and Spucky. Thank you for joining us.
But yeah, I don't know. It's certainly gotten blown up this week, probably because there's no other news.
Yeah, after E3 is always like that weird like hangover of like, oh, what do we talk about now?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's I don't get it. It's like I must be the social justice warrior, even knowing I'm doing that thing tenfold than what they're doing. It's like, at least it ships with that in the software.
Yeah, that is true.
So, okay, I'm done. You have any further thoughts on this, since it's kind of your article?
Honestly, no. I think you covered it pretty much. It's nothing I was surprised on, and yeah, as you said, it's available to do. Overclocking is super easy and everything nowadays, so it's not. I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal.
Overclocking on video cards is the easiest thing now. It's literally like look at all the sliders and go until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even break them because they're just like, oh, no, this voltage is bad. It stopped. No. I mean, you can't overvolt them if you have that option and break it if you want to. I don't think most people want to do that, but hell, even overclocking my CPU is super easy because my ROG board, I don't even have to worry about the other voltages. I just set the core voltage and it's just like, oh, I'll just calculate the rest of that for you. Thanks, Asus.
Right.
Anyways. What's the next story we got here? I think we just blew through everything.
I think there was another video card news, wasn't there?
No, not yet. I mean,
not yet. We're not 100% sure on that yet.
No, we've heard things about the 480 running hot, but I'm not going to say anything about it until there's actual results out.
It's just conjecture at this point. So
yeah, there's no point. And it's like, AMD, you want to send us a card so we can show how cool it runs?
Yeah, go for it. Send it to us. We'll see how it is.
Yeah, they don't have a fucking clue who we are.
No, not at all.
All right, so last thing I wanted to talk about this week. Kind of, I don't want to put any fuel in the flames here or anything like that, but it's it's something I've been thinking about a lot. I wanted to make a video, but I figured we'll just talk about it here since it's kind of a grander subject. And it's
Okay.
something I like to call the video game ecosystem. And it
What
goes
is that?
the video game ecosystem is like an ecosystem, Joe.
What?
You need a little bit of everything to have everything else go. It's weird.
So one thing helps the other thing work? Type of thing?
Yeah, isn't that
What?
strange?
No.
So I've been watching a lot of videos lately. I have one guy I like watching, Cyrus Martin, and I'm not calling him out in any way because he's not wrong. He's really not wrong on his video, but he's been going after the PC Master Race lately,
Mhm.
and it's kind of one-sided when you listen to it. Now he admits that, like, PC's convenient and if you like one-on-one and all in one machine and all this, but I guess what happened is he made kind of a video a couple weeks ago as like satire, like saying PC's stupid and all this for like about 10 minutes, and finally at the end of the video he's like, I'm just kidding. Well, of course, the way YouTube works, people only watch the first few minutes, and when they see something that doesn't agree with them, they go after somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what ended up happening was he made his video, and he's actually got his thing going on right now, sadly, because they have a show at the same time too. But anyways, I feel like this week was kind of like I got attacked by a bunch of PC people, and that's indicative of what the entire PC culture is like. Um, he kept on like making like things here and there saying like, well, not all PC gamers are like that, but it kind of seemed like it was like he was saying like most of them are like that. So having been PC gamer on and off for 20 years, if you want to count computers before PC, longer than that, I've gotten to know this community pretty well. So my problem with the PC Master Race thing is it started off as satire. People took it too far. Okay.
Agreed, yeah.
When I find a lot of these people that are out there screaming at people, like say, "Oh, you're a console peasant" or something like that. First of all, that's a weird term to me. If you're on console, you probably spent more money than I did.
Oh, ouch.
There's different types of PC gamers out there, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
true.
The type of PC I have, or to be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've gotten a lot of equipment from vendors. I've gotten a lot of equipment from viewers like you guys. Crafty Heck sent me a nice 7 so I could better the channel and whatnot. Which is very nice of you guys. You guys keep this channel running, and I'm forever thankful for that. But at the same time, I didn't pay for those things. And if I didn't, normally I'd still be on an i5, I'd be on a cheap system. That's the way I am. I care more about the games than I do the graphics. Some other people are the other way around.
Hey, don't point at me. I love graphics, but the game is the most important thing.
Honestly, though, you build your machine up once like every 5 years, right?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So you go for a high-end machine every 5 years. That's a different way of going. I know people that build a high-end machine every freaking year.
Right, yeah. I mean, I haven't replaced my processor, and yeah, it has been almost about 5 years now.
So when you see these people, you know that they're spending exuberant amounts of money that, of course, they're spending more than you would be on a console. At the end of the day, you use a $200 card and like a $150 CPU and put a cheap system together and start getting games. When you figure out the costs associated with that, what you're actually saving over amount of time compared to the amount of games that you probably play, you end up saving a little bit. Anyways, so my point is there's all kinds of sides to PC gaming. There's just not like one size fits all.
Right. No, and like even there's people who are out there, like I would even consider technically my mom's a PC gamer, but she mostly plays like either like just puzzle games like Mumbo Jumbo or PopCap or sometimes some like indie games out there. But like that's just the type of games she likes to play. But she plays on PC.
Yeah, but I mean she's like on a 270 and she's fine. Right?
Yeah. Well,
so,
yeah.
So there you go. And that's probably more power than she'll ever.
Oh, it's way more power than she needs. But yeah.
But having said that, the many different types of machines are out there in the ecosystem. There's many different types of PC gamers. Okay?
Right.
And unfortunately, we get sullied a lot from these stupid, loud jackasses that build these overpowered machines. And what I've found lately, and you can disagree or agree with me, whether you want to, is these assholes, or a lot of guys that were on consoles a couple years ago, have way too much money, build these stupid overpowered machines, because, quite frankly, they don't have the know-how, besides turning everything up the ultra,
Right.
and throw a stupid over... It's like killing a fucking fly with a bazooka at that point, you know?
Right.
And so they don't have the knowledge or know-how of how game engines work, what settings work, or anything like that to get their best possible experience on that hardware. So they just throw as much hardware at the fucking problem as they possibly can.
Right.
And then it's these assholes that have come over there just recently within a couple of years going, I have the best machine ever, to validate the money, the stupid amount of money that they spent on their machine.
And they use like 20-50% of it, if that.
Yeah. And then they're out there screaming at the top of their lungs, being vocal jackasses, saying, PC Master Race, PC Master Race, fuck you, console peasant. Dude, I don't care what you game on. For me, this is convenient.
Yeah, I mean, I love my PC just because I have all the control and everything. But, I mean, trust me, there's stuff on consoles. I mean, I still have a love for consoles. I need to get a PS4. I have my Wii U. It has its place. I love them. They're convenient as well in their own way. But I just have everything in one with PC.
And see, that pisses me off because, from my point of view, I've met some of the most nicest, welcoming, awesome people to learn from in the PC community. And just because you have these assholes out there that are being more vocal than they are, because they don't want to engage in this shit either. You know, unfortunately, they get kind of slammed for it too. And I don't think that's right. I don't think like saying like PC versus console is even a thing. You should just understand that there's just a lot of people that are just gamers and they have different point of views and whatnot, and don't even engage in this shit. Honestly.
Right. Oh yeah, most people don't. It's the loud minority type of deal, really.
Everybody that I've ever met on PC that does professional work, or they've been on for a long time, like 20 years, and understands, has a little bit more understanding how the machine works and whatnot, don't even engage in this, or don't even go to the point where they buy stupid high-end hardware. Some of them do, and they admit it's a hobby. They like to.
Right.
Or something like that, and that's fine. And I've had those guys that do that not look down on me because I'm on something like a 285, you know. And overall, I found since going from console to PC, I've had much less 12-year-olds screaming and threatening my life.
Yes.
That's also because on this platform, I found it a lot easier to find adults that are like-minded to hang out with and game with. That might change with some of the changes they're doing on consoles. They're kind of making it more community-centric than it has been in the past. And
I mean, we're also getting that like cross-play and stuff too, more and more now. It's definitely happening where it's all becoming one.
Well, before on Xbox Live, your choice was you played a game and you got random people in there.
Right.
And then the only thing that you did is, oh, well, this guy's a butthead, but this guy's cool, so I'll friend this guy or something. Like, that was your... To where on PC I can go to forums or groups or something like that.
Yeah, there's that too, yeah.
Very easily. They're starting to do that for consoles, thank God.
Yes.
But, so yeah, I'd say don't count anybody out. Don't hate on anybody because they're on a certain platform or something like that. It's just, this is all pointless at the end of the day. And unfortunately, a lot of these, I'm sorry, I think a lot of these dickheads are guys that are coming over from console and have way too much money.
It's definitely a possibility.
What's your personal thoughts on all this?
I mean, really, a lot. It's kind of always that same mentality of like it's like the guy who like always like soups up his car and he's like, I can whoop your ass anytime. It's just there's gonna be those people, and PC gives those people that outlook to make their own thing, which is nice, but don't be an asshole about it. But it's gonna breed that to some extent. It just always has, always will, as long as we have access to building our computers.
Yeah. And my point of view is I'm a very technical person. I have no problem setting up games and figuring games out and stuff. Having said that, there's people that aren't, and that's okay. What you guys need to understand, and going back to the PC ecosystem, or not PC, gaming ecosystem, it's much larger.
Right.
Certain games would not come to PC if it was not for consoles. Certain console games would not come to vice versa if it wasn't for the whole system, because there's a marketability there. Honestly, if we didn't have that, probably right now, Android and iOS would be rolling all.
It's kind of true.
So you guys need to understand whether you're on a console, whether you're on a PC, in some effect, we all need each other. And just because you happen to get like a tax return or something and put together a stupid machine and love the way it looks in 4K and all that great shit, you need to understand you are not all of a sudden part of my PC community. You are new. As far as I'm concerned, just like if you were on a console side, you need to shut up, listen, see what's going on, learn more before you start shouting to everybody how awesome everything is. And I'm just saying that from personal experience. People that I've met that are that way and keep doing that, I ask them how long they've been on PC. I came on last year. I came on 2 years ago. I switched over when the PS3 and PS4 came out. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Stop being a dick. Learn how. Like I almost say, like learn how your machine works.
It always goes back. It's fanboyism because you'll have that with consoles too. Like people just always like
exactly
best. Always something.
It's justifying the money that you spent essentially, which nobody cares about.
Right.
Any sane person, anyways. It's an argument that's been going on forever. Nobody will win it. Talking about it, quite honestly, probably doesn't do anything.
Probably not.
But from my standpoint, that's where I'm at with this. It's kind of dumb. And that goes back to that whole ecosystem thing. If it wasn't for one, you wouldn't have the other, honestly.
I mean, prime example I can think of is actually The Witcher. Is a really great, fantastic game, but I think at the time, in its ecosystem, it had to be on PC first for it to work. That adult RPG game with a little more classic RPG elements to it worked better for the culture and everything around PC. But because it was able to get that foothold, it was able to come to consoles, and it's considered one of the best games of all time with Witcher 3. I mean, it's fantastic. So
yeah. But anyways, at the end of the day, head over to his channel. It's Cyrus Martin on YouTube. I'll put a link later when I repost this. And just tell him, hey, I'm a PC gamer and I'm not a dick. You know, just so he knows that those do exist, because it seems like this is the only response he's gotten from the PC community. I wonder how that'll go when I put all my Nintendo posters and stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, I got PlayStation right behind me, so
yeah. I've got my microphone hooked up to a PlayStation right now, and I'm doing all this editing and stuff on a Wii U.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Bringing it together.
Yeah. Anyways, with that said, I think we talked enough today, unless you got anything else you want to bring up, or anybody else in the chat wants to bring up.
I don't know if I've got too much.
Like I said, it was a slow week. I knew it was going to be
it was a slow week. Slow news week.
Show.
But
yeah.
That's perfectly fine. We're all still reeling from E3. There was still a lot of stuff, so we were trying to find stuff that wasn't E3 centric. But
yeah, which one of my stories was, and it just
a little bit
cracks.
But yeah.
Oh well. Well, you guys can find us on, if you're on Twitch, you can find us on YouTube at Final Save Point on YouTube. You'll recognize it. It's a little vector graphic logo kind of thing.
Indeed.
And we got tons of videos up there and stuff, and we need subscribers.
Yes, so, always. If you like, subscribe.
Yes, like, subscribe, do all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be, this version of it that's on YouTube that doesn't have any fancy graphics or stories up or any of that, that won't be there. I will be putting the Twitch version up shortly. So, in about an hour or so, that's what you'll see on there to replace this.
It'll look nicer.
Yeah, nicer, probably sound worse.
Maybe.
Let's see, I did my checking audio levels is like, Joe, say check 1 2.
Check 1 2.
That okay? I think that's okay because the little bars are there.
Yeah, it seemed like it worked.
Yeah. Anyways, next week we'll probably be talking about AMD's new card because we're PC.
We should have more news for that by then. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope something else happens soon.
We'll have some news next week. I'm sure there'll be something.
Something, please. Give me something to talk about.
We love video game news. Just give us more.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you later, and have a good one.
Good night.
And we're still on Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
What's up, Twitch?
Actually, Negative Creep said, when it comes to a bad game, are you a satirist or a humorist? The satirist shoots to kill, while the humorist brings his prey back alive and eventually releases him again for another chance.
I like killing everything. There's plenty of things to kill. I don't need to bring it back to life to kill more things.
That's true.
If I was running
Jeremy-
out of things to kill, that would be different.
Jeremy said, Windows 10 activation after new hardware installed. Okay.
I just put a CPU in, and it didn't reactivate on me. It was fine.
I don't know.
It's like i5, i7, same thing, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, it's probably that classic thing. When you normally change out this one piece of hardware, it doesn't freak out. It's normally when you have to do a couple, it starts freaking out.
Yeah. Anyways, he's watching on YouTube, so he can't hear any of this.
You can't hear anything, yeah.
Sucks to be.
Yeah, well, he didn't. I didn't see his message until after we shut down. Anyways,
Yeah. Well, anyways,
it's lost.
we love you, Twitch. Let's see. Let's find somebody. Is there anybody gaming on Twitch right now?
I think Don is actually gaming. Last I knew, but
You got his.
which I am hosting him on my actual channel of Lemon Merchant. But
Okay, so we'll do that.
his is Gabriel Vatic. Also, well, Spucky left, but he said, "Thanks for the great stream." Apparently, we did great.
Yeah. Sure. Thanks for
Yeah.
making me feel good about it. Anyway.
Yeah, we feel better about ourselves. Now, I mean, we're probably still live on Twitch, but
Yeah.
a little idea I'm throwing around for possibly a new video. It might take me a little while to do. I'll probably only be able to do one like once a month or something, but be like a does it hold up type of thing where I go back and play old games,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of do like a little review on like if I was reviewing it as a modern game, see how well it does.
I think that's a great idea.
I think it'd be fun.
Can you just send it his thing to me because Twitch's search is not working for you or him?
Oh, okay. Can do. His name is
Like it doesn't even show you as like channels being hosted.
on Steam. Alright.
It's alright. People will see Steam real quick. There we go. No biggie. Take it he's playing Overwatch.
No, he's playing Metro 2033 Redux. Or Redo.
No, that person was playing Alright. This must be him. Alright guys. So this is our buddy. Go say hi to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a dick, but you get used
He
to
is,
him.
but yeah, he's fun sometimes.
He's fun, kind of like in a rash sort of way.
Yeah.
I'll give him a follow because I actually don't follow him.
You do now.
Yeah. Bye.